Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our NBA video for Saturday, November 27th. We have a 7-game slate, very manageable. Quite a relief from these 11 and 13 game slates. It is going to be Saturday, so a lot of people are going to be focused on college football and everything else. So we're going to focus. We're going to break down the slate. I'm going to try to make this very quick. Not very quick, but I'm going to try to make this quick because the last video was kind of long. But I just want to make sure we understand what we all understand what's happening, why we're doing what we're doing. So, with that being said, I know it's Saturday, and your guys' time are limited. So instead of wasting your time, we're gonna jump right in. All right. So we start with Draftkings. We start with point guard. We got our guy Luka looking at us at 11.5 against Washington. Matchup is fine. The price 55, 11.5. You'll need about 57. He's averaging 51.7 fantasy points for DK. He's absolutely in play. He doesn't jump off the chart like a smash play, but he's in play because Luka could go for 65, 70 at any time. Same thing with Harden. Harden's in the same boat against Phoenix. It's going to be a tougher matchup. I mean, if Booker is guarding him, he's going to get what he wants, but he hasn't been taking that many shots. If I'm going to pay 11.4, I'd rather pay $100 more for Luka. But Luka's the one and only, alpha on that team. Harden has to share the ball with Durant, who's taking more shots than him. So they're both in play, but Luka will edge him out. LaMelo at 10.4 looks pricey. Looks like a blowout against Houston, but that when I was coming up in DFS, the experts always say don't play for a blowout. So let's not play for a blowout. However, looking at Charlotte getting all their rotations in against Houston, I don't see it, but it can happen. 10.4 is a little bit pricey for the fact that this might blow out. So it's up to you. It's a good play, 10.4. You'll need about 53 fantasy points, 52 fantasy points. Kind of rich against a team like Houston that they could blow out in 2 quarters. Just think about it. He's in play, but just think about it. Trae Young against New York. New York killer, 9.6. Very reachable price. Decent price. Trae Young is pretty much matchup proof. His team is playing well. I like Trae Young a lot today. Beal, 91, averaging 40, going up against Dallas. If Beal didn't have Dinwiddie, I'd love Beal right now, but Dinwiddie's gonna handle the ball and take some shots. Beal at 9,100, even though it looks cheap, that's an okay play. Booker, 8,600. I'm be honest with you, if I'm gonna play Beal, I might as well pay 500 less and pick up Booker. So Booker's gonna be in the up and down with the Nets. I'm looking for Phoenix to win, but I'm looking for Brooklyn to keep it close. So this is the type of game you play Booker at 8,600. They're gonna need him. They're gonna need him to hit his shots. They're gonna need him to play some type of defense on Harden, and they're gonna need him in the 4th quarter. So Booker and Trae Young so far are my favorite plays. Damien Mitchell at 8,100 is a crime. He's averaging 40 fantasy points. I don't care what he's done in the last 4 games. Damien Mitchell at 8,100 is a crime. He will be more than likely in my main lineup. Chris Paul in a good matchup against Brooklyn. Cheap, good price. Let's say good price. He's averaging about 40 fantasy points, 39.3 to be exact. $8,000 is a great price, good to great price. He might be also in my lineup. Cole Anthony, if he plays, 7,700. Cleveland's a lot better. I faded Wendell Carter today. He had a good game, good for him, but I'm still sticking to my story with Orlando. You play Orlando and you run the risk of your team getting blown out and your starters getting pulled. You can't, you shouldn't play in fear, but I just don't trust Orlando right now, and I will only play someone from Orlando if Cole Anthony's playing. If Cole Anthony ain't in it, I don't want it. Garland, 7,600, kind of pricey, getting up there with the big boys. He is worth it. Will he hit value? That's the question we all want to know. He is worth it. 7,600. He needs like 38 fantasy points. It's attainable for him. He's a secondary play for me. He's in play. Everybody so far is in play. Lowry, 7,400. Decent. Tyler Hero. Always would favor Tyler Hero over Kyle Lowry. And if you want to know why, I'll tell you why. Lowry is going to play 35 minutes in a close game. Lowry is a 0.87 fantasy point per minute player. And his usage is at 18.4. Tyler Hero is going to play 33 minutes in a close game. He is a 0.93 fantasy point per minute player, and his usage is 29.15%. So at $100 cheaper, he's going to play 2 minutes less. He's going to give you more fantasy points per minute, and his usage is substantially higher. That's the difference between being, a new player and then being an experienced player. So that's how you make the differences. Hero's the better play. Lowry could have a great game. We're not saying that. We're saying Hero's the better play. For $100 less, Hero is a better play. Lonzo against Miami, third or fourth scoring option. His peripherals even went down a little bit, playing with everybody that he's playing with. Let's see what he's done in the last 4 games. 28, 10, 41, and 37. He's a good play. Lonzo's a good basketball player. It's just with this role on his team, or his role on this team, he can give you 40 fantasy points or he can give you 10, and that's any night. Because Levine, DeRozan are going to be the main options. If Vucevic is playing, he's going to be a third option. Then comes Ball. Then comes Caruso. If him and Caruso are playing together, Caruso's going to get some of his stocks. So that's why Ball is a very good basketball player. But for DFS, you should look somewhere else. He's always in the player pool, but he's like a third option. He's not going to make any of my teams. John Wall's on vacation. Jalen Brunson, 7,000, questionable. Nah, too many players around his price point that I like better. Ricky Rubio against Orlando. Ricky Rubio is also always a decent play, but we're not going to play him today. Terry Rozier against Houston. Who's guarding him? Who's stopping him? No one. 6,700. I'd rather play Rozier than Rubio or Brunson or Lonzo. RJ Barrett. Why did his price go up? 19, 34, 25, 15. Last 4 games. That's his fantasy points. I wouldn't play RJ Barrett if there was a gun to my head. Dinwiddie would Bill. 6,000. No. I don't like his minutes. Let's check his minutes. Dinwiddie is expected for 29 minutes in a close game, a 0.98 fantasy point per minute player, and his usage is 23.46%. Listen, he's a good play, but I'd rather play somebody that's going to get 35, 36 minutes. 29, 30 minutes is what he's, supposed to be getting because of his injury. I'm cool on that. It is a 7-game slate. I'm sure I could find somebody at around this price range that can give me whatever he's going to give me, plus more, because they're going to play more minutes. Kevin Porter Jr. I haven't played since preseason. Mike Conley, he could be decent or he could be bad. No need to play any of these players on a 7-game slate. If I'm gonna play Conley, Suggs, or Graham, I'll probably play Graham because he's hot right now. 5,400. You don't need much to pay that off. Jordan Clarkson against New Orleans. I'll probably take him last man in. Patty Mills with Durant back. No. RJ Hampton. I guess he's good, but he's just playing cleanup duty when they get blown out. And then, I'm not saying that's all he plays, but that's where he's going to get majority of his minutes and majority of his shots in cleanup duty. He's 5,000 and you need about 30 if you want to cash. Bogdanovich, decent. Campbell Walker. Now, Campbell Walker's a $4,800 player. Wow. Quickly, 4,300. I'm not going lower than. I wouldn't even play him. I wouldn't play RJ Hampton if Cole Anthony is playing. I'd play him if Cole Anthony is out. NAW is probably the cutoff area. 5,100. Everything else is deep dumpster diving. Let's move on to shooting guard. Okay, we spoke about Melo. Levine, 9,200. You know how I feel about him. Should be a close game with Miami. He's in play. Booker, we spoke about him. Mitchell, Ingram, Garland, Hero. We spoke about them. Jetty, not paying $6,000 for Jetty when you got everybody else around him. Hardaway Jr., never play him. Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony's back. No thanks. Caruso, no thank you. Mikal Bridges in play with a team that's won like 90 games in a row, whatever it is. A starting small forward on a winning team at $5,000 when he averages 24, that's a good play. You know he's going to play his minutes. The game might go down to the wire. He might get some additional stocks. He might get additional shots. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for players like this to complete your lineup. 5,200 on a good team. He's averaging about 24 fantasy points, and the game should be a little bit close. That's how you take that 24 to 29, 30, 31, 32. Game goes into overtime, 33, 34, 36. That's how you get the extra points. That's how you squeeze out the extra points. It's the little details you need to pay attention to. That's going to take you from almost cashing to cashing on a regular basis. Everything matters. Duncan Robinson, no. We spoke about Clarkson, NAW. Alex Burks is in play for me. 4,900 against Atlanta. They might need it shooting off the. Wow. Sorry about that. They might need it shooting off the bench. And he's definitely in play. I think looking at what's left after Kelly Oubre and Herder, That's as far as I'm going. Nobody else is really going to make the cut. Herder is always a good play. Let's check up on him. Let's see what our cousin Kevin has been doing. Last 4 games, 27, 29, 20, and 14. He's trending down. We're gonna have to put our cousin Kevin on timeout until he gets his fantasy points back up. I'm still gonna play Kelly Oubre because you never know who's gonna have the game. It could be him or Rose. Last 4 games, Kelly Oubre, 18, 13, 29, 33. He's not for me. Not right now. There's other plays. I really like to give myself a fighting chance at winning. You know what I'm saying? Not a bench guy that could give me 6 points or 40 points. I can't do that. I don't play like that. Durant, 10-8. I think he's the scoring leader for this season. Durant's always in play. Durant's always a good play because he can take over and do whatever he wants to do. If I need to explain Kevin Durant to you, you shouldn't be playing DFS. Jimmy Butler, amazing this season, 9,700. This is a very good play because if this game is close, they're going to need everything from Butler. I bring it back with Levine or DeRozan. That's what I would do. I would take pieces of this game and stack them together. Hope for a close game, and you got yourself a winner. Mikal Bridges. I've been talking about Miles Bridges. I've been talking about Miles Bridges since preseason. Now everybody want to jump on the bandwagon. You heard it here first. We know what it is with Bridges. Not going into it. I talk about him every day. If you watch my videos, you know he's one of my favorites. 7,900. He's averaging 40 fantasy points. I'm just scared that Charlotte blows out these fools in 3 quarters. But we're not supposed to play for blowouts, so Lord knows. Hayward, playable, same team, same, scared of the same thing. A blowout. However, he's a good play. However, you don't know what's going to happen. Let's check his last 4 games. 32, 30, 11, 39. See what I'm saying? I guess that's why they call them GPP plays. Hayward is not for me. Barrett, no. Kuzma, last man in type thing. But he's still going to have Beal and Dinwiddie with him, so I don't know about all that. Chetty, no. We did that. Josh Hart is always playable because he gets peripherals and he plays a lot of minutes. Josh Hart's in play. Markkanen's in play, 5,600. Bogdanovich from Utah, no. Rather play Mikal Bridges. Went through all that already. And the rest is deep dumpster diving. Okay. I haven't found a lot yet, so, we're going to have to put in some work. We spoke about Durant, Randall, 10-2. The matchup is fine, but I don't think I'm paying 10-2 for Randall. I'd rather pay 9,000 for DeRozan, and he's going to be a big part of what Chicago's doing. So I like DeRozan. I never really play Porzingis unless Luka's out. Luka's playing. Porzingis is not for me at 87. Bridges, Mobley might be back. It's questionable. We'll see. I always like Mobley. John Collins is a great play. 6,900. He's been playing well. I would stack Collins with Trae Young. We spoke about Hayward. We spoke about Kuzma. I don't game chase. Wendell Carter is at a good price, but I'm sticking to my guns. I'm not playing him. He's a good play. If you want to play him, you can play him. Good luck. We spoke about Hart, Markkanen, Bogdanovich, Kevin Love. Not playing Kevin Love, especially if Mobley is back. Jason Tate, last man in type play. Decent play, 4,600. Franz Wagner, I'm good. Dean Wade, no. PJ Washington, go back to the G League. Gallinari, I'm not playing him, no 2. Jay Crowder, last man in against Brooklyn. I take it, but got to be careful. If he's sticking Durant, he might get quick fouls. PJ Tucker, sorry buddy. And the rest is not for me. Gobert, 8,900. Decent price. Valanciunas, 88. Vucevic, 85. I'm not playing Vucevic when you got Bam for 200 less and Valanciunas for 300 more. Those are better plays. Vucevic is the third option. Remember that. Capella's been playing well. Capella's looking mighty good. 45, 28, 46, and 56. Clint Capella's in play at 7,500. He looks. What's that word I'm looking for? He looks good. I'll just say he looks good. Jared Allen, same boat as him. Ayton, same boat as him. These are three great plays right here. 1, 2, 3. Capella, Allen, Ayton. In that order. Christian Wood, I'm good with him. Mobley, yeah. Mo Bamba, 6,500. He left the game today with back spasms. I wouldn't play him today, but he's a good player. But I wouldn't play him today when he left today with back spasms. He did come back in the game, but you know how back spasms are. Harrell, Gafford is starting. I think good. Wendell Carter, he's okay. Aldridge. If I'm going to play Aldridge, I might as well play Wendell Carter. He's going to start. Kevin Love, Nerlens Noel, last man in type thing. They're going to need him against Capella. And the rest of it is garbage. Alright, so got to get 5 players. Actually, I might start at center. That's where I've seen things that I've liked. I'm taking Capella. Point guard. Let's pick up Chris Paul. Shooting guard. Ingram. Utah. Damien Mitchell is too cheap. Small forward. I'll do Mikal for savings. Pair him with Chris Paul. Power forward. No, I'm not even going to do that. I got one better. I'm going to stack. So you got Chris Paul, Mitchell, Mikal Bridges, Capella, and Ayton with $4,666 left. And you get a game stack. If you get some real crazy value, you could take out Damien Mitchell and put in Durant or Harden. That's if you get that value. That's going to be a crazy game stack. That if everything goes right, you'll be sitting there first and can't nobody touch you. Because nobody's going to think to stack that game because of the prices. But if you get good value, you'll be able to do it. Listen, any questions? Throw it in the chat and I'll help you as best as I can. Alright, let's jump over to Fanduel. Let's bang this out. Then we'll hit Superdraft and then we'll be out of here. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell. Thumbs up the video. That helps me out with YouTube. That lets YouTube know that you appreciate what I'm doing here. And that helps circulate the videos to other viewers. At point guard on Fanduel, we will do Trae Young is 8,900, Chris Paul is 8,300, Levine is 8,000. You got Chris Paul, you got Levine, NAW. I'll go back to Mikal Bridges for value. If Mobley is out, play Jarrett Allen at power forward. Gobert, Kristaps, Capella, Bam. You can literally play Capella, Allen, and Bam if you're tactical enough. Use Mikal Bridges as value right now until other value pops up. When other value pops up, you do what you like. Right now, you get him in a good game environment with Chris Paul. If you want, you can swap Capella out for Ayton. But this is the route I'm gonna take. Tell me how you could really go bad with Paul, Levine, Bridges, Allen, and Capella as your starting five. Not only that, I have almost $6,000 left for each spot. But that's Fanduel for you. Let's finish this up on Superdraft and we're out of here. Got Mitchell 1.2, Chris Paul, Levine. So far, Levine 1.25. Actually, it's LaMelo here. LaMelo went to a 1.1. They know what they're doing. Trae Young's gonna smash the Knicks tomorrow. What is he at? 1.15. Mitchell 1.2. DeRozan, Lonzo, Kyle Lowry, Garland, Dinwiddie, Rose, Tyler Hero 1.5. Too cheap. Well, not too cheap. Multipier's too high. Okay, forward. Wendell Carter is a good play. We're doing John Collins. Modifier's too high. Did I get DeRozan? I want DeRozan. I'll take Butler. I'll bring it back with Butler. And then Capella's too cheap. 1.35 multiplier. He's been killing Superdraft last couple slates, and they haven't changed it yet. So we're gonna jump on the Capella bandwagon for Superdraft. So you got Capella 1.35, Butler 1.15, DeRozan 1.25, Collins 1.35, Tyler Hero 1.5, Trae Young 1.15, Zach Levine 1.25. So I try to keep this video short for you guys because the one yesterday was kind of long, but I know you guys appreciate when I explain things, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to explain it to you and break it down for you. That's what we do. We break down NBA slates. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for your time. If you're new, subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when I drop these NBA videos. I might drop the NFL video now, or I might drop it in a little bit. I appreciate you all. Thumbs up the video. That really helps me out. And I think we're done here. Good luck if you played NBA. Good luck to whatever you play later on today. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.